It's insane to think that just a week ago I was in Toronto, Canada for AEW Forbidden Door, and now we are 1 week later and we are talking about WWE Money in the Bank 2023 and the Bloodline Civil War. Literally both shows happened in a 6-day span. You really can't ask for much better content as a wrestling fan. But today was WWE Money in the Bank, and I know a lot of you want to know my thoughts on it, so this is WWE Money in the Bank 2023, every single match ranked. And much like my review of Forbidden Door, I'm not going to be going in order of the match card. I'm going to be going in order of the lowest rated matches to the highest and the best match on the entire card. That being said, let's get into it. Cody Rhodes versus Dominik Mysterio was a match that I don't think a lot of people had high expectations for, but it was a match nonetheless that people were looking forward to given the talent involved. Arguably the biggest babyface in the company versus arguably one of the guys who gets the most heel heat in the entire company. You can't go wrong with two men who get really great crowd reactions in a venue that evokes really high crowd reaction. While the UK crowd was lively basically the entire night, this match it was one big nothing burger, honestly. It was very straightforward, Cody Rhodes overcoming the odds, except Dominik Mysterio, don't get me wrong, I think he is a really good heel, and being that chicken shit character really gets the crowd to hate him. But he's not like a believable, he's not a believable, bad guy. I'm not trying to bury Dominik, but he's not that believable of a guy to beat someone like Cody Rhodes. So the only thing he really could rely on was attacking Cody Rhodes' injured arm, which has been a targeting point for every single Cody Rhodes opponent for the last several months. So that's not evoking that much more emotion out of the crowd. Hell, when Cody Rhodes took off the cast, the crowd really didn't react that much to it. Dominik and Rhea are a great pairing, and whenever he runs behind Rhea, that works. But when it's mano-a-mano, the flaws start to show. He's improving in the ring, but he's still pretty decent and not quite there yet. I say all that to say, I don't think this match was bad, it just lacked a lot of substance for me. So I'm gonna give this match 2.5 out of 5 stars. I wasn't expecting it to be anything great, and I guess it lived up to that expectation, but we'll move on. Shayna Baszler and Ronda Rousey defending the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships against Liv Morgan and Raquel Gonzalez was a match that I had no expectations for, because I wasn't looking forward to it at all. And this was really the cool down match coming off the Money in the Bank ladder match that opened the show. The action in the ring was fair. We see the powerhouse nature of Raquel Gonzalez, and Ronda and Shayna, they're very similar in their styles, except Shayna's a little bit more crisp with her a lot more crisp with her execution, and Liv Morgan, she's Liv Morgan. But the real meat and potatoes of the match was in this very shocking twist turn in Shayna Baszler attacking Ronda Rousey, leaving her laying in the ring for Liv Morgan to hit her oblivion and get the pin. Raquel and Liv becoming new tag team champions right after Shayna and Ronda just got finished beating Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. Why did that even happen? I mean, the real question is, why did Shayna turn on Ronda? Why did that even happen? Don't get me wrong, I like a nice little surprise every once in a while. If you could catch me off guard, not see a report, and then you do an executed turn that just works, I'm there for it. I ain't gonna be mad about that. But there was no inclination, no story build up. There was no sense that this was going to happen on the show. It was so disjointed and out of nowhere that it left me more confused than shocked and in awe. I kept on asking myself, why? Why did this happen? Don't get me wrong, I've been wanting WWE to do something with Shayna Baszler for the longest time. But what was the reason? I thought they were on the same page. I thought they were building each other up. The story coming out of this is going to be the turn. It's not going to be the title change. It's all about Shayna now. And listen, if we're getting Shayna and Ronda and Shayna's going to beat her at SummerSlam, I'm gang ho. I just don't understand why we got there or how we got there. But okay. The match itself is also 2.5, but it's a smidge better than Cody and Dominik, mainly because of the end. But it got me talking, it got me thinking, so I guess that's positive. I guess. Gunther versus Matt Riddle for the Intercontinental Championship was a match I was very much looking forward to, and It was a match that was on the card that happened, and I thought it was good. Did it meet my expectations? Not really. I thought it was a bit of a letdown in that sense. From the strikes that came of it, and that semi-race to the finish type feel we got from it because it happened really so fast, under 10 minutes. It definitely was the standout match. It felt different from just about everything else. Like, I felt like Gunther wins by submission, and that's kind of the extent of it. If that happens at SummerSlam, okay. If it doesn't, also okay. And I don't want to make it seem like I'm underselling this match, because maybe I am, because like I said, it was good at face value. So I'm going to give this match 3.25 out of 5 stars. Not the match you think it is, but it's good for what it's worth. Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship is another match that had good expectations that I feel like are not truly met. But for what we got, it was enjoyable. I think if you're a long fan of WWE and you're accustomed to the way both of these men wrestle, then you could probably close your eyes, visualize this match in your head, and it would likely go down the exact same way. The work rate was good, the pacing was decent, but there was never anything to truly bite on in this match, especially because not many people actually believed that Finn Balor was going to win. It was really always going to be Seth Rollins was going to retain or somebody was going to cash in. And the drama came in when, spoiler alert, Damian Priest came out and teased the cash in. And the whole time Damian Priest is on the outside, Michael Cole was blaring, "Oh my god, is Damian Priest gonna cash in during this match and make it a triple threat match for the World Heavyweight Championship the same way Seth Rollins did at WrestleMania 31? Is Finn Balor gonna win the match and then right afterwards Damian Priest cashes in his Money in the Bank briefcase on the World Heavyweight Championship, wins the match, and dismantles the Bloodline as we know it?" I meant the Judgment Day. Don't correct me. You know what I meant. Michael Cole was basically all but telegraphing to you that he was not gonna cash in. I hate it when they do that. Do not tell me every single possibility that can happen in this match, because now I know it's not going to happen. Lo and behold, he didn't cash in and Seth Rollins ended up eking out a win to retain. It was a good match, but much like every match they had in the past, you probably will not remember this match in the next 10 minutes. So I'm going to give this match 3.5 out of 5 stars. A men's Money in the Bank ladder match. That was quite an action-packed battle we saw. We saw Logan Paul and Ricochet almost kill themselves trying to do a Spanish fly outside the ring through a table. We saw Pete Dunne almost die going onto a ladder. We saw 60,000 hearts breaking that arena as LA Knight did not win this match. It was quite a spot fest. What can I say? Outside of the Logan Paul and Ricochet match, there was nothing that's truly memorable that happens here. Honestly, it's on the weaker end of Money in the Bank ladder matches I've seen in my lifetime, but I would say it's still really good. As I said earlier, Damian Priest won the match. Now, I personally thought it was going to be Logan Paul, but hey, I'll take Damian Priest. I mean, the guy is really good. I don't see him actually cashing in successfully on Roman or Seth Rollins, but I'll take it. The match itself, I'm going to give 4 stars. Pretty damn good. The women's Money in the Bank match was also pretty damn good, but honestly, slightly better than the men's match. Chaos felt more controlled, even though there weren't any death-defying spots happening. There was multiple stories going on here, like more than the men had. And most of the women in this match had more than one incentive. So this match was a lot easier to follow. Because it was so much more contained than the men's match, it was just more consumable in my opinion. Io Sky came out the winner, and I thought that was the right choice. I also loved the finish of the match where she cuffed Becky and Bayley together in the middle of the ladder while she climbed. That was innovative, and I'd never seen it before. That was awesome. Liked the match and loved the winner. This match gets 4.25 out of 5 stars. For sure, the better end of women's Money in the Bank ladder matches. And finally, the main event. The Bloodline Civil War between Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa versus the Usos. This match was great, but long. Roman Reigns has this knack in his matches for a lot of storyline beats and dialogue interwoven into it that I love. Sometimes I feel like he can get overzealous and it drags out the match longer than it really needs to be. And this was kind of the case here, because this match could have been shaven down by at least 5 minutes. It was a very integral match and everyone had their chance to shine. Every story element was touched on. The hesitation of the Usos wanting to fight their brother Solo Sikoa. Jimmy going after Roman with all of his angst. Jay finally getting that valiant victory. Jey Uso finally pinning Roman Reigns after 3 long years was an emotional moment. One of the very best of the year. Not a fantastic match, but it's up there. I'm going to give this 4.75 out of 5 stars. Can't wait to see what happens at SummerSlam. Like and subscribe for more, guys.